So the slang presentation is not, it's from the presentation. So if you could, and I remember writing it into the I remember when we did that 2 years ago. Okay, great. And then that, okay, because we were in a specific policy number for parents, and I didn't think it was. And then after it goes on. Okay. Okay. Chill. Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Yeah, because Nick did the thing, like she couldn't find one when we needed originally, so. Okay.
The thing is, I'm gonna be here a lot, just to
Yeah.
cover stuff.
But those are my two things.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I went on there and I was like, played around. Still on like some That's one of the things. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I couldn't send the thing you sent out, but that's not like, yeah, so, yeah, got it.
Got it, or Jill.
Thank you.
I don't trust her.
No, that's not, it's not, we don't have a meeting that's working. Yeah. Sounds.
We're all dressed in gyms.
All right, we're going to call this meeting to order. It's 7:15. All members are present, so we do have a quorum. Mr. Kennedy.
Please stand. We beseech you, Almighty God, bless this meeting of the Board of Education, to guide and rule over our hearts and our minds, that all our deliberations and decisions may be in accordance with your will and lead to the advancement and welfare of the community of Stratford who we serve. Amen. Before we turn to the flag, I'd like to just have a moment of silence for Bill Cabral, who passed away recently. He was a former board chair. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we begin the meeting tonight, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the recent tragic school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin. Our hearts are with the families, students, staff, and the entire community affected by this unimaginable event. These moments remind us of the critical importance of prioritizing safety, mental health, and our community in our schools. Please know that the Stratford Public Schools remain steadfast in our commitment to fostering a safe and supportive environment for all.
All right, so I will keep my comments light. We have the holiday season coming up upon us. We've all worked extremely hard over the last 3-4 months to get us to this point. Winter break, Christmas break, holiday break is coming up very shortly. I'd ask everybody as we go out to remember that all are not as fortunate as us. Spend time with family, enjoy yourselves, embrace the moment, but remember too that all are not as fortunate as us. Keep those folks in Wisconsin in mind as well, and all the other tragedies, and there are tragedies here in our community too. So I would ask that not only just go out and spend your time with family, but remember there are other people and look for those opportunities, whether it's buying somebody a cup of coffee, holding a door for somebody else, whatever it is, try and brighten somebody else's day as we go through the holidays and really share the spirit of it. When we come back next year, we'll be ready to go again, but for now, let's take some time, enjoy it, and make the most of the opportunity. Thank you. Student representatives. Zoe. Made it just in time.
Good evening. With just a week left before our holiday break, I want to wish all of you the happiest and healthiest of holiday seasons and a happy new year. I hope 2025 rewards you with continued success and a renewed sense of hope and great happiness. As you know, the Stratford High School Music Department, cheerleaders, and some of Bunnell Band students just returned from Hawaii. I had the honor to participate with my classmates on this trip. During our time in Hawaii, we visited the Pearl Harbor Memorial, and each music group, such as band, orchestra, and choir, performed right next to the USS Missouri. Then, we all marched in the Pearl Harbor Memorial Parade with over 50,000 people watching in person and on the live stream. Throughout the trip, we also participated in activities like visiting the Polynesian Cultural Center, hiking Diamond Head Volcano, swimming at the beach, visiting the Dole Pineapple Plantation, and international market shopping. It was an unforgettable experience and the most fun I've ever had. Also, our winter concerts are this week, Tuesday, December 17th, and Wednesday, December 18th at 7 p.m. Please come support us and see just how talented we are. On Friday, December 6th, Samantha Pugh and SHS alumni Isaac Soto took 13 students for the CAS and CIAC Student Leadership Conference at Southern Connecticut State University. While there, students took part in different breakout sessions such as Student Voices for Growth, Learning and Change, Mental Health Toolkit for Students, Teamwork Through STEM, and College Prep 101, to name a few. This was a great opportunity for our students, and thank you to Ms. Borges for allowing us to attend. Stratford High School Marie Monks and her 3D art students have once again participated in a national magnet exchange with other high school students across the country. This year's magnet exchange includes schools from 33 different states. Each school is asked to design a magnet for the chosen theme of the year. This year's theme is We Grow Together, and students created a magnet that represented the floral that grows in our area. Magnets will be shipped out in January, and students will receive one magnet from each of the participating schools. Our students in English 3 have been working on their slam poetry unit. SHS Safety Monitor Shamir Anderson showcased his original work as guest slam poet and spoke with students on what inspired him to continue writing poetry. In Mrs. Albany's 9th grade course, students engaged in creative expression, demonstrating their understanding of symbols, themes, and character motivations through visuals. To support Portrait of a Graduate, students were required to take their time to reflect on their performance and being critical, analytical thinkers. In Mr. Yasik's creative writing elective course, students engaged by composing their own poems that personified tangible and intangible objects or ideas. They took their inspiration from varied poems using both traditional and non-traditional structural elements. Ms. Wisniewski, a SHS science teacher, and her National Honor Society students participated in the Great Rake, a rake and bag event to assist the residents of Stratford. Additionally, she has grown this Honor Society to 53 members. Congratulations. Mrs. McDougald and her hostess students took a field trip to Nichols Elementary School to work on engaging our school community and practice their public speaking skills, which are both attributes of our Portrait of a Graduate. The school counseling department has been working with students to support their academic and social-emotional needs. Counselors have continued to work with seniors on college applications, essays, and scholarships. The FAFSA officially opened on December 1st. Counselors have been working with community partners to provide FAFSA support to students and their families. Starting in January, Stratford and Bunnell High School counselors will be available outside of typical school hours to assist parents and guardians with FAFSA completion. On December 9th, Stratford High School and Bunnell High School hosted a combined Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony at Vizano's Four Seasons. Anthony Mack and Anthony Yearwood were inducted for Stratford High School. We also recognized our 2024 to 2025 Community and Spirit Award and Distinguished Service Award recipients Frank Carbone, and Amy Noor. Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you today, and I hope everyone will enjoy their upcoming holiday season.
How are you, Jenna?
Good evening. My name is Jenna Bernardo, and it is a pleasure to speak with you this evening. In the math department, Bunnell students have received their PSAT scores from the fall administration, and teachers have begun to help students interpret their results to plan ahead for future assessments. Calculus students have begun preparing for the UConn ECE exams for college credit. In science, several classes have been working on new labs, including biology, chemistry, physics classes, and more. Many half-year electives are approaching their end, and students may be preparing to enter into new courses after midterms in January. Mrs. Martiri and colleagues welcomed Travis Helwig, Emmy-winning Bunnell graduate, to inspire students about potential careers in writing, ranging from screenwriting to political writing. Mr. Helwig was welcomed by over 200 Bunnell students. Social studies civics classes welcome Mr. James and Lou, who will talk with students about the process and importance of voting. This will serve as learning for spring elections at Bunnell. In the guidance department, there will be upcoming district-wide FAFSA workshops held at Bunnell and Stratford High for families who need assistance with the application. The first session will be Saturday, January 11th at Bunnell. All the information regarding dates and sign-up information has been shared with families through email. The school counselors are continuing to meet with seniors for post-secondary planning, and seniors who have applied early are already starting to hear about admissions and are getting excited about their future plans. On December 11th, 10th through 12th graders who participated in the ASVAB military exam met for a score review session with a military representative. A career website was also discussed in detail with the students. A Bunnell holiday tradition involves an annual door decorating competition. This year, the school counselors got into holiday spirit with several students who assisted with decorating the guidance suite door. A bunny winter wonderland theme was chosen as a way to showcase 3 therapy bunnies who are beloved members of our department. In our fine arts department, our stage had 4 amazing performances of Elf the musical this past weekend. Thank you to everyone who came out to support our amazing students. Our spring musical will be announced after winter break. The choir, band, and orchestra concert is tonight at Bunnell, and we're looking forward to a great performance. The art department is also holding an art showcase tonight as well. The choir had another successful and beautiful performance at Radio City Musical Hall on December 4th. We can't wait till next year. Daniel P. has been accepted to the Connecticut Music Education Association Western Regional Jazz Ensemble. He received the highest score out of all the saxophonists in the area. He'll also be moving on to all states since he received such a high score. This is the first time a Stratford student has represented us musically at the state level in about 10 years. Our football team advanced to the semifinals of the Class MM football state tournament, which included their first state playoff victory in 17 years. Senior Diallo Cohen was named to the Class L All-State team for the 2nd year in a row in boys soccer. JoJo C. and Joey Darbilly are being recognized in the month of December as our Unified Sports Athletes of the Month. On December 23rd, our boys basketball team will raise their state championship banner during a pregame ceremony before the boys basketball game for Stratford High. On December 9th, the Bunnell High School Athletic Department inducted its newest members into Athletic Hall of Fame. We'd like to recognize Chris Temple, class of 99, and Ronnie Rosamondo, class of 15. Our student government, in conjunction with HOSA, sponsored their first blood drive of the school year, and we successfully collected 15 donations and have scheduled the next blood drive for March. Finally, we are sponsoring holiday-themed spirit days for the week of the school before break. Thank you for your time, have a great rest of your evening, and enjoy your holiday break.
Thank you for your time, ladies, and we'll see you next year. Look forward to what you'll be bringing us. All right, we'll move on to our public forum. Our first, we have some other speakers there. Our first speaker will be Lucilio. You can just head over to the microphone, state your name and address. You have 3 minutes Mr. Kennedy, you'll get a 30-minute warning, 30-second warning.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Louis DeCilio, and I live at 65 Ferry Court here in Stratford. I want to first express my condolences to Board Member Kennedy for the loss of his father, and also to the Crawl family. Bill served on this board as a chairman from 2001 to 2005. He passed away yesterday. And I'd also like to express my condolences, obviously, to what's going on in Wisconsin. I'm here tonight, again, as the student report said. I am also the registrar of voters in town. And we did go to the civics classes at both Stratford and High to encourage them when they become of age to make sure they register to vote, but also talk to them about the importance of voting. And obviously you 7 board members up there are recipients of the votes that someday they'll be casting on you. You've shown exceptional leadership, I have to say, because being elected is not an easy position. You're never going to make everybody happy no matter what decisions you make. There's always going to be someone that disagrees with you. And to step up and volunteer your time is really commendable. And I think that sets an example for the students that are watching you do your thing. It's encouraging to see Acting Superintendent Borges work really closely with the administration on the other side, with Mayor Hoydick. I think you can see the progress already starting to happen over the last year. It's been very positive. Even walking through the halls, I know a lot of the teachers, it's been very, they seem to be uplifted in a way. And again, you guys have some important decisions to make. Obviously, redistricting, is a tough one as well. I just want to say thank you for your time and thank you for your service. And have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thank you.
Our next speaker, I think I'll get this right, but Knoxroy Roden. Do we have some folks in the hallway? Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Just so you know, I don't know if you heard me, but you'll have 3 minutes to speak, and then Mr. Kennedy will give you a warning in about 30 seconds.
All right.
Here he is.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Knoxroy Roden, and I'm from Stratford High. I'm in 11th grade. I'm here to talk about the 21st Century After School Program funding. So I was a part of 21st Century during the 2023 to 2024 academic year, and we unfortunately got the news that the federal government, who was supposed to give us the funding, didn't give us this year. And it was a really disappointment because 21st Century has given me the opportunity to make friends and to support my local community. So it really was something like damaged my heart, because I knew that the fact that I wasn't only affected, my friends were affected and my teachers were affected. And I just want to say that if God's willing, if the Stratford Board of Education could possibly fund both high schools, but now in Stratford High, for the 21st Century funding, if possible. Thank you.
The next speaker, Alyssa Hall.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Hall, and I'm a senior at Stratford High. I also came to talk about the 21st Century After School program. I've been with the after school program for all 4 years of high school, and it has been very fun and beneficial to me and the community. We do a lot of volunteering things, making Christmas gifts, Thanksgiving gifts, Valentine's Day gifts for the Baldwin Center, Sterling House, and a lot of other places, and that's very helpful for our community. We have, every year for the past 2 years, we have hosted our annual Senior Citizens Prom for the senior citizens at the Baldwin Center, and they just love it so much. Every year they tell us how much they appreciate it and how much they really love us coming to do all this work for them. And we would really love to continue that for this year and oncoming years. Also, the 21st Century is very helpful to the students at Stratford High because we hold tutoring sessions for the first half of it, and it really helps students have peer-to-peer tutoring, and it helps them in math, science, reading, all kind of subjects. And I would really love to see the program keep going for the last my last year of his high school, and I really hope that you all would help us to continue it for this year. Thank you.
And then our last speaker is Xavier Nanchetta. I don't know if I got that right, but.
Thank you.
It's always awkward being in front of the mic. My name's Xavier Nachetta. I am also a senior, like Alyssa, and you can guess what I'm here for. The 21st Century After School program has not been funded for this academic year. It's not great. Whew. When I had fully joined the 21st Century After School program the previous academic year, it was I really have to click. I'm sorry. But being part of the 21st Century After School program allowed me to continue to socialize with my peers even after the school day was over. It gave me this other atmosphere where I could continue to do my work, but I could also start to really connect with the other students that were around me and build those friendships. Having some kind of a community like that is essential to helping the school spirit build for Stratford High. Even if there are a bunch of clubs like Be Kind or the multitude of honor societies and game clubs, having just one club that people can join and they don't have to have any specific interests, they don't have to have any specific valor or extraneous talent. They can just socialize, and then they get to learn things too. Within the program, there were days where certain groups with certain teachers got to go into the school cafeteria and actually cook something, or at least assemble something that could then be cooked by the lunch staff. That's an opportunity you wouldn't get from any other club unless you're doing something culinarily.
Just want to let you know you have about 30 seconds left.
Mm-hmm. It would be a great honor even if that would be next year, to start funding the 21st Century After School program once again. Thank you.
What I can share is that it's a competitive grant, that we partnered with the town and applied for the grant, and there were 64 applicants for only 33 spots. There were very few middle and high schools that were selected. The majority of the funding went towards elementary school funding for 21st Century. We did get 21st Century approved for our middle schools, but our high school application did not meet the qualifications for them to fund it.
Can we use, say, other grant funds or something to fund that program, or does it have to be those grant funds? Does it have to be?
Well, other funds could fund the program, but I think what you would need to know and what we can send you is the cost of that program. It's expensive, and it was a large grant. So it's not, $5,000 or $10,000 to pay for a club to be together.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to send those numbers to you so you would know, the depths of that, but it's not a simple fix. It's not and as you guys are aware of what we're projecting right now budgetarily, it would be a challenge. I want to say it was like around $200,000 last year. Am I close?
For both schools, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a wonderful federal grant, and we loved it. It got competitive. News got out. A lot more places applied. I do think our team did a phenomenal job writing it. I commend them, and you don't always get every grant you apply for. And I do feel blessed that we were able to even secure that grant for the middle school. I will send you the details. but it's something you'd have to put a little more thought into, because it's not a simple. It is gonna be missed, though.
So to the speakers who were here, we will, thank you for coming. We will be discussing it, and obviously, you know, every dollar is very tight in Stratford, so we will be looking at any options or possibilities or things we might be able to do. No promises, but it will be part of our discussion, so thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
On average, how many participants were there in the high school?
I don't have that in front of me. It's quite a few students.
There were 40 at Stratford High School.
And I would say probably equal up now.
Probably.
Mike, is this?
Let's wait till the grants, yeah. All right, well, that will conclude our public forum. We thank the speakers and appreciate your willingness to share your thoughts with us. State legislators report. We have no state legislators here today. Can we talk about the petition, or is not?
Let's do that next.
Okay. Executive session. Let me just see, hold on a second. Yep, okay. So we'll move into executive session. The executive session will be Lisa Holt versus the Town of Stratford Board of Ed. Workers' comp, that executive session will include the board, attorney Burcham, and that's it? No Courtney? No. Okay. Well, that executive session will include the members of the Board of Ed, attorney Burcham, look for motion to enter executive session.
So moved.
Second. Carol Fabian, second. Michelle, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will pass unanimously. So we are going to turn off the microphones, turn off the cameras, close the door.